Bet you bet you thought you bet you saw the last of me. Okay. Bet you thought you saw the last of me, bitch. So, hi everyone. It's Tate. I know I don't look the same, but it's Tate. I'm back. I'm alive. What's up? So I obviously haven't posted in like 3 months. So I figured before I could go into any more videos, I just need to do a life update of where I've been, what's happening, and then I will talk just a bit about the books I read before my reading slump, which I'm kind of out of now, but we'll get on to all that later. So, where I've been. Basically, I went to college. I went back to college and it fucked me up. I don't think I've really made it a secret on this channel that college is one of my biggest stressors and that I'm a lot worse mentally when I'm in college, and so as soon as I got to college, that's how it went. I've also been pretty busy because I have a dog he's right here. Hello. Are you gonna join the video? He's just gonna be here now. Just accept it. I am the president of my school's QSA, so that's a lot of work. Like depression and anxiety and identity crises on top of that, and it's a lot. He's just licking my hand. So that's why I've been gone. I got into a reading slump and a life slump. I didn't have the motivation or the energy or the time to read, to watch videos, to make videos, to edit, any of it. So then what have I been doing instead besides being in college and crying and sleeping at odd times? Well, first of all, I dyed my hair. I was literally gone so long that y'all didn't see like the month where my hair was red and long. And then I cut it recently and I love it a lot. In terms of like things I've been interested in, at first it was Good Omens, which I still really love, but that I was really into right before I went to college and then the first little bit. And then I was seeing more and more stuff about it, especially because of Julia, aka A Reader's World or Julia Rhapsody. And so on October 1st, I watched it. And here we are! It has been a month and a half and I am just as fucked up over these dumb movies and these dumb characters. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. But also, like, gonna be real with you, that's what's gotten me through the semester is having that stuff. Also, in case you're wondering, these glasses aren't like prescription or anything. They just help me sometimes emotionally, because sometimes gonna get too personal again. I can't recognize my own face very well, and for some reason these help. Maybe just because I don't see any more of my face. Also think they make me look kind of cute, so take that. I've also been doing a little bit of writing, not as much. I'm technically doing NaNoWriMo, but I've very much accepted that I'm not going to win it. There's just too much going on with that. I have finals coming up at the beginning of December, including an exam for my program that if I don't pass, I don't move on in the program, so that's a lot. Whenever I do write something, I put it in. I'm kind of proud of myself because I really hate losing and I think it'll be good for me to fail at something. Then with future, I probably still will not be super active on BookTube itself until maybe December, like when I get off for Christmas break, and then I'm hoping that I'll be able to do more, especially because I'm now out of my reading slump. I managed to finish a book. Oh, you can see Monty's here. I managed to finish a book for the first time in 3 months the other day, so that was fucking awesome. And I'm already reading a couple other books, so I think I'll actually have some stuff to talk about. And I'll have more time and less stress over Christmas break, I'm hoping. I do though have an old video that I filmed, oh god, I think I filmed it October, like very beginning of October, very end of September. So my hair is still long and blonde in that, but I'm gonna upload it once I finish editing it because I just want to upload something. So I'll probably just put a little like note at the beginning like, hey, this is old. I might put in a new outro or a new intro, or I might start saying different things for when I say hi, when I say bye. Now let's talk about books I read before my reading slump. I'm doing this fast because they were so long ago that I don't have as aggressive feelings about them anymore, and I just feel like I just need to talk about them just so you guys know. If you don't follow me anywhere else, you know what I've read. Before I start talking about the books, I should note that I am not going to do star ratings anymore, I think, just because
I always don't like what I put down. I always feel like it doesn't, especially if I put down like a 3, I always think people are going to think it's a bad rating, or something will be really technically not great, but I'll still really enjoy it, or I really love it, but it has some problematic elements, and I never know what to put down. So I think I'm just going to stop doing that. Some of these books I have ratings on Goodreads still, but I'm not going to mention the rating. The first one was Ice Storm by Tiana Warner. This is a novella set in the world of the Mermaids of Ariana Kwai, the Ice Massacre trilogy, and it's basically about the goddess Ariana Kwai, who you know about in the book series and like kind of the myth of her. It was fine. It wasn't that good, but it was like, it happened, whatever. The next one I read was Avant-Gardes Volume 1 by Carly Udson. This is basically a graphic novel, basically about this kind of ragtag college basketball team. Basically, I thought it was really fun. It was super diverse. In the main characters, only one is white, or like looks white passing. There are 2 trans characters, one of whom uses a binder. One character uses they, them pronouns. Several girls who like girls, and there's a variety of body types. There's not just thin people. It was really fun. The art style was really colorful and bright and fun to look at. The plot I could have used more of, but it was still really cute and fun, and I'm excited to read more of it. The next one was The Story of Awkward by R.K. Riles. I read this as a buddy read with Luce from Light Reading. We basically said, let's both read books that we used to love but now think we're gonna hate, and my pick was Story of Awkward because I just knew it was probably gonna be trash. And what we decided is that objectively it's not well written and it is kind of trash, but it's also enjoyable trash. It's like, what is the word? Not a dirty little secret. Guilty pleasure. That's what this is, because there were some things in it that were just like, or just not well written, and it's so cliche, guys. Like, this is literally about like a college girl who accidentally gets sent into like the childhood world that she like drew up in a sketchbook and has to save it from perfection. Like, the villain is named Perfection, and all of the like other obstacles they have to face are like beauty and popularity and shit. Like it's so bad, but you have to understand the angst. Oh, so good. And I was just living for seeing Luce slowly get transformed from like, oh my god, this is so horrible, to like, oh fuck, I'm kind of invested. And I'm like The next one was Mooncakes, which, if you haven't heard this one, it's a graphic novel. It's basically about, keep in mind that this is like from my memory that I read this in August. You have our main character who's a witch. Both her grandmas, like that grandmas are married, are also witches, and her old best friend, who's also like, they were also dating, they come back and they're a werewolf? Something like a werewolf, and they, like, there's like something dark and mysterious going on, and they have to like figure out how to stop it. Basically, this one I was kind of disappointed by, which makes me really sad, because it's literally like a queer witch, and then the other main character is a non-binary character, and they get to be cute and queer, and you have 2 gay grandmas, and just everyone is just so cute and queer. I think in terms of enjoyability, this was good. Like, I enjoyed it. Everyone was fun. My problem was just that the plot just felt very not there. Like, it felt like just not a lot was happening, and it jumped around a lot. Again, this is about from what I remember. It just kind of jumped around a lot, and there were just like problems would happen, and then they would just get solved very easily, and the climax was not very climactic, and it just felt very jumpy. So like technical wise, this one I thought could have been a lot better, but it was still fun. I like still would kind of recommend it, that you can try it out. It just wasn't like as incredible as I thought it was going to be. The next one, talking about this one, it makes me realize like how long it's been since I have talked about the books I've read, because the next book that I am talking about is Heartstopper by Alice Oseman. I read volume 1 and 2. Technically what I did is I read the entire webcomic, but that's equivalent to volumes 1 and 2 plus a little bit. And I read it twice. Both of them twice. I read it the first time for the Alice Oseman 24-hour readathon, which was like the 10th or something of August. And I read it all
in the middle of the night, and I cried, and it was so good, and I loved it, and oh my god. And then I read it again because at one point I just went over to my friend's house because I was just not doing well, and my friend told me to come over to my house, and we just sat and read all of Heartstopper together, and it was wonderful. Like, get yourself friends who'll just have you come over and read with them to calm you down, like that shit. I just miss her so much. God, I miss Miranda. Fuck. If you don't know what Heartstopper is, basically, soft gay boy gets crush on cute rugby boy who is also super soft, and all of their friends are queer and soft, and just soft as shit. The most soft, wonderful, pure. Oh my god. Just go read it. And you can get it. I'll put the link to where you can read it for webcomic online. But also, if you can, get the volumes. Go support Alice Oseman because they're so incredible. Yes. Oh my god, Heartstopper. The next one I read was Clockwork Prince by Cassandra Clare. Reading this book feels like a fever dream. It's been so long. This is the second book in Infernal Devices trilogy. If you don't know that trilogy, but we don't have time. It's the one with the love triangle that everyone thinks should have been poly. And they're right, it should be. From what I remember this book, when I first read it, I had less complicated feelings about how I do now. Because while I was reading it, I just don't know how I feel about this series. Because the thing is, I love the characters, and I'm very invested in everything that happens, but oh my god, Cassandra Clare just doesn't know how to not have such dramatic shit. Like, not everything has to be the most dramatic, and Cassandra Clare doesn't know that. It was still really good, and I still really enjoyed it. I feel like these are definitely also kind of a guilty pleasure for me, that I'm like, I know logically that some of the plot and dramatics are just so much, but like, at least this one doesn't have incest in it. At least we have that. And I liked actually getting to know Will better and start loving Will. So yeah, like, I really love this book, but I also recognize that, like, it is objectively sometimes not as good. Does that even make sense? I don't know. I just think that my feelings on this are more complicated than some people's are, which is just, I absolutely adore this book, or I absolutely love this book. I'm just like, I love this book, but also, yikes. Like, just so much drama. Like, oh my god. Oh. Like, I forgot how angsty Cassandra Clare is. It's just a lot. And the last book that I fully read before I went to college and had everything get fucked up was Miseducation of Cameron Post by Emily Danforth? I think that's it. I don't fucking know. If you don't know this book, it's basically our main character, Cameron Post, realizing that she is gay, that she likes girls, and like coming to terms with that and figuring that out. And part of the book is also her getting sent to a conversion therapy camp. I enjoyed this book. How this book feels to me is that when I was reading it, it felt like I was reading a memoir. Like, I kept forgetting that this wasn't like someone writing about their own life, because that's just like how it was written. The style of it and the vibe of it was just very memoir-esque. It was just a different way of telling the story, and maybe not everyone will enjoy that. I did feel that the ending for me, I'm not spoiling anything, I felt like the ending for me was not as big as I was expecting, but that's also like, it's not bad. You don't want to take this real thing that happens, conversion therapy, and like overplay it for drama and to get like an interesting story, but it wasn't quite what I was expecting, and sometimes the pace was a little hard, but I really enjoyed it. I also will know that this book took me a really long time to read. I started reading in June for like Pride Month. I got to the point where Cameron's family forces her to come out to them, and then I had to put it down for a month because that just hit too close to home. But yeah, those are the books I read before my reading slump, and now I've read one book since then, since those 3 months, which I will talk about later. I also want to note that I got halfway through Clockwork Princess and then my reading slump hit, and so I'm probably gonna have to restart that whole book, which is gonna be a nightmare because that book is very big. She is thick. And then I'm also reading a couple books. I'm trying to get some books for Native American Heritage Month. A lot of the books that I tried to get, I'm on a long wait list, so I'm really sad about that. But I am reading There by Tommy Orange right now, and I'm enjoying it so far. If y'all are still subscribed to me, thank you. I know it's been a long wait, and that I've said so many times that I'm gonna upload soon and that I didn't. If you want to see me more often, including when I'm on my big slumps, you can follow me on Twitter. I'll leave it down in the description, but my
is bookish_stars. I'm on there a lot. I'm a shit poster, kind of. I'm just a queer shit poster. I have other social media links. I never use my Instagram, so like you don't even have to bother following that. But like if you want me to follow you, that's cool. I'll follow you. I just never post because I just don't like taking books around photos. I update my Goodreads when I read, so you can add me as a friend on there. Anything else to say? Oh, okay, this has nothing to do with anything, but I have a Richie Funko Pop. Look at him. This is my emotional support Funko Pop. I have an emotional support dog and an emotional support Funko Pop, and that's just how it be. I love him. Also, I'm wearing a Ghostbusters shirt, and I'm also wearing Stranger Things socks, so I feel like I just have a vibe. I just have a vibe right now. Also, I'm literally wearing nothing right now that isn't white, red, or black, including my hair and my skin tone, so this is so unneeded. Hopefully, I will be back soon. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna figure out a different outro soon. I don't even remember when it was, like something like bye-bye. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye. Yeah, whatever.